Hello, I'm Anita White. I'm a life coach with White Lighter Coaching Quest. I'm a member of the St. Croix River Valley Holistic Practitioners. Welcome to our show, For Your Health. Today, I am interviewing a holistic practitioner. Her name is Kathie McMonagle, and she is a health and wellness coach with Holistic Healing Energies. Welcome, Kathie.
Well, thank you very much. It's very nice being here.
I'm glad you're here, Kathie. Thank you for coming into the studio today. My first question for you is, so what inspired you to become a holistic practitioner?
Actually, I got very sick and they couldn't figure out what it was. The doctors couldn't figure out. And I had an RN next door who said, well, why don't you try Healing Touch, an energy-based therapy. And so I tried it, and it was one of the few things that actually helped me. And I became so interested, I became a Healing Touch practitioner, eventually went on to St. Kate's to get a master's in holistic health studies, where they trained me in energy therapy, medicinal herbs, nutrition, and I also do hypnotherapy as well.
And Kathie, where did you get your training and experience?
Well, most of the training was through Healing Touch. I'm also a Reiki Master. There was a lot, obviously, from St. Kate's. Mm-hmm. And the hypnotherapy, I can't remember what it's called. It's NAF.
Okay.
Oh, the hypnotherapy was through NAF.
Okay.
And
can you share with me a story of one of your clients, one of your experiences?
Well, I had a gentleman about 47 years old. He came in and he rated his migraine as a 10 out of 10 and his depression as a 10 out of 10. And he couldn't remember ever being a time where he didn't have migraines. Mm-hmm. And he didn't have depression, high levels of this. Mm-hmm. And he left that first day. His depression was about a 6, which he was kind of euphoric about because he didn't ever remember it being that low. And his headache, I think, was down to about an 8 as well. And eventually, with continued sessions, he got the depression down to about a 2. As you know, that'd be life-changing from a 10 to a 2. And the migraines varied depending on what he was doing. But we got it down to 0 at some times. And it's life-changing. And I find it such a blessing to be able to help people regain their life and their health.
Okay. Well, we have a video of you in session in your office. You call it your office or your therapy room, or I don't know.
Actually, I call it a healing room.
Okay, your healing room. And we're going to go to that. Do you want to tee that up a little bit with who was there and why?
Yes. One of my clients, Jen Nelson, came in and volunteered to help us. And what she did was, what would happen if you were a brand new client coming in? What happens with energy therapy, with Healing Touch, or with Reiki? Mm-hmm. And so many people don't know what this entails. Well, and people tend to fear what they don't know. Right. So hopefully this way they'll know, they'll understand, and be more likely to seek out some of this help.
Okay, so we'll go to that tape now. Wow, that was powerful, Kathie. It's amazing what happens in a session. The testimonial that woman gave, I was just excited to see that could happen in one session. Can you just give us a brief conclusion now, that you want to leave the audience with for today about holistic healing energies?
I hope you learned something today. This isn't something that is discussed around the kitchen table, so it's kind of new. Although it's ancient, it's new to this society today. And I hope that you find that there are complementary and alternative ways to help yourself. Thank you.
And that concludes our show for today, For Your Health, sponsored by the St. Croix River Valley Holistic Practitioners. I'm Anita White. I'm a life coach that's a member of this alliance. You can also see these tapes on YouTube, and you can visit us at rivervalleyholistic.com. And thank you for joining us.